Welcome back, CULERS. Barcelona's preseason tour has just taken a huge twist, and the headlines are coming in fast. From Marcus Rashford's praised debut to Hansi Flick's shock stance on Ter Stegen, and a new starlet Roger Martinez returning to Barça. This summer is shaping up to be one of the most emotional and dramatic in recent memory. In today's video we're breaking down Marcus Rashford's bold statement after just 33 minutes on the pitch, Spanish media reacting with surprise praise, Roony Bardghji's big debut goal, Flick's exit plans for Ter Stegen, Hector Fort's uncertain future, Jan Virgili's shock omission, and Mallorca and Girona fighting for his signature. And finally, Barca's quiet but smart new signing, Roger Martinez. This is more than just a tour update. It's a battle for the future of the club. Spanish media deliver bold Marcus Rashford verdict after just 33 minutes in Barcelona debut. Marcus Rashford completed his loan move to Barcelona last week and recently made his maiden bow. Spanish media have been full of praise for Marcus Rashford following his debut for FC Barcelona this past weekend. After finalizing his loan move from Manchester United, the English forward made a brief appearance in Barca's preseason match against Vissel Kobe. Rashford came on at halftime for Rafinha, spent 33 minutes on the pitch, and was then subbed off for Pedro Fernandez. Despite the short cameo, his impact didn't go unnoticed. Showing flashes of his quality, the United loanee played a key part in Roony Bardghji's first goal for the club to make it 2-1, picking out Robert Lewandowski with a smart pass in the build-up. Manager Hansi Flick explained after the game why Rashford was brought off after just over half an hour of action, detailing his careful nature over the England international. "He's a week behind the others," Flick explained. "He hasn't been training as much with the ball and we want to look after him." Spanish media outlets were quick to pass judgment on Rashford's performance, with the La Liga season set to begin in just a few weeks. Journalist Gabriel Sanz praised the Wythenshawe-born forward in his piece posted after the game, expressing how he liked what he saw. Marcus Rashford only needed half an hour of his Barca debut against Vissel Kobe, at the start of the Asian tour, to not only prove he can fit into Hansi Flick's team, but also to display technical quality and exquisite play, although he lacked dribbling skills. He didn't score, but that was the least of it. He lived up to expectations. Sanz also added how the 27-year-old wasn't guilty of being an individualist, and looked to play for the team even if not every action he produced turned out to be a fruitful one. Marcus Rashford made his unofficial debut for Barcelona against Vissel Kobe, and he didn't disappoint. Despite only playing 33 minutes, the English forward caught the eye with his energy, involvement, and ability to create danger in the final third. Spanish journalist Carmen Torres even described him as the standout performer in the second half, praising his sharp movement and intelligent positioning. While Lamine Yamal stole the spotlight early on, Rashford made sure he left his mark after halftime. Barcelona now prepare for their next preseason clash, a big one, against FC Seoul in South Korea. It'll be another chance for Rashford to build chemistry with his teammates and impress manager Hansi Flick, who seems keen to give the loanee space to grow. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, things are tense between Barca and long-serving goalkeeper Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. With young keeper Joan Garcia now part of the squad, Flick has reportedly told Ter Stegen that he won't be the automatic starter next season. To make matters worse, the German shotstopper has opted to undergo surgery, further straining an already complicated situation. While the relationship between player and club has clearly taken a hit, Flick is said to be hoping for a peaceful departure if Ter Stegen decides to move on. No drama, just a respectful exit. As surgery looms and preseason rolls on, all eyes will be on how Barca handles this delicate situation. Barcelona will then return from their preseason tour of Asia next week, where Ter Stegen and Flick are likely to meet again. Sports say that Flick has the utmost respect for his compatriot and is well aware that he's not going through a good time right now. The Barcelona boss also knows the situation is very tense but is hoping an amicable resolution can be found that suits all parties going forwards. Barcelona are facing a crucial decision regarding the future of Hector Fort, one of La Masia's promising and versatile fullbacks. Despite his determination to stay and prove himself under new manager Hansi Flick, the reality of the situation leaves little room for optimism, which is why the club must now look beyond sentiment and take a clear, practical decision. So far, the 18-year-old fullback has made it clear that he wants to remain at Barcelona and earn a spot in the first team. As such, his ambition and work ethic have not gone unnoticed. However, the current setup under Hansi Flick presents a significant roadblock for the youngster. No place in the current roster. To put things in perspective, the right-back role is already occupied by Jules Koundé and Eric Garcia, both of whom are ahead in the pecking order. Koundé, in particular, has made that position his own with solid performances and versatility, while Garcia's return adds more competition. Fort, although capable of filling in at left-back, faces an equally tough battle there. That position is packed with talent in the form of Alejandro Balde, Gerard Martin, and the emerging Joffer Torrents. In short, there is no real opening for Fort in either fullback role. Keeping him around only to spend time on the bench or play for the reserves will not benefit anyone. At this point in his career, regular playing time is crucial if he is to continue developing. The smartest option: sell with a buyback clause. Barcelona's financial situation makes this decision even more important. The club needs to raise funds this summer, and letting go of a player who has limited opportunities makes sense. However, this should not be a complete goodbye. Selling the young defender on a permanent basis, which is being contemplated at the moment, could help bring in much-needed income, especially if his value continues to grow elsewhere. But the club should absolutely insist on a buyback clause. That way they do not lose control of a talented player who may blossom in a different environment. This approach has worked in the past for Barça with other La Masia products. It allows the club to generate immediate income while keeping tabs on the player's progress. If Fort goes on to shine, Barcelona would still have the option to bring him back, ideally when the squad situation is more favorable. Final verdict: while it is never easy to let go of a homegrown talent, football is often about making the right choices at the right time. In Fort's case, the most logical solution is a permanent transfer, with a smart buyback clause attached. This move would benefit both the player and the club. Fort would get a fresh start and the regular minutes he needs to grow, while Barça would ease their financial strain and keep the door open for a future reunion. Right now, Barcelona cannot afford to hold on to players with no clear role in the current squad, especially in a summer where every euro counts. The decision on Hector Fort may not be driven by emotion, but it could be one that works out best for all involved. FC Barcelona have secured the signing of midfielder Roger Martinez on a free transfer. Arriving from Espanyol, he will become a part of the Barça athletic team, the club have confirmed. FC Barcelona has reached an agreement with Roger Martinez for his transfer to Barça Athletic. The Badalona midfielder arrives on a free transfer and is tied to the club for 2 seasons, until June 30, 2027, the club statement read. The new Barça player has undergone the usual medical tests, visited the club's facilities, and will join the Barça reserve team's training under Juliano Belletti at Val d'Enbias starting this Tuesday. Barcelona are welcoming back a familiar face, midfielder Martinez, who once wore the Blaugrana colors during his early La Masia days. From 2013 to 2016, he featured in various youth levels before continuing his development at Cornellà and eventually Espanyol, where he broke into professional football. After spending last season on loan at CD Lugo, racking up 34 appearances and a goal, Martinez is now officially back with Barça. He'll be playing under Juliano Belletti for Barça Athletic, aiming to help the team secure promotion to the RFEF Primera Division. Meanwhile, Jan Virgili, who had been training with the first team and was tipped for a spot on Barcelona's Asian Preseason tour, was left out by Hansi Flick. With new attacking arrivals like Marcus Rashford and Roony Bardghji, competition up front is fierce. As a result, Virgili's future now looks uncertain, with Mallorca pushing for a deal and Girona also showing interest in the 19-year-old winger. However, according to AS, Barcelona's Catalan rivals, Girona, have also shown an interest in signing Jan Virgili. As such, Mallorca want to push for the 19-year-old winger's signing and beat their La Liga rivals in the transfer race. Mallorca manager Jagoba Arasate's main concern is the lack of depth in wide attacking positions. And Virgili has emerged as their first target to reinforce the department. With no room in the first team following the arrivals of Rashford and Bardghji, and Barça Athletic currently competing in the RFEF Segunda Division, there is a real risk that his development could stagnate at the reserve level. As such, a move to Mallorca would be viewed positively by all parties, though Girona have also expressed interest. Mallorca, though, are also looking at Gabri Martinez, a 22-year-old left winger currently playing for Braga, as an alternative. It remains to be seen if Virgili leaves Barcelona this summer or not. In case of a permanent transfer, the La Liga champions are likely to insist on the presence of a future sell-on clause and buyback options. Things are moving quickly at Barcelona, and what we're witnessing could define the 2025-26 season. Rashford is under the microscope, young stars are either rising or being sold, and Flick's decisions are already drawing strong reactions from fans and pundits alike. So what do you think? Is Rashford ready to become a Barca star? Should Ter Stegen stay and fight, or is it time to move on? And is Hector Fort's exit the right call? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update from Camp Nou. Visca yo Barça, see you in the next one.